FPL Fizmo.
How's it going? Welcome to FPL Fizmo, the Fantasy Premier League team where we can only buy players with less than 15% ownership. If a player rises above that threshold, we can keep them, but if they're transferred out, they can't return until they've dropped below 15% again. Here's the team from game week 11. As has been the case for much of the season, the defence has failed to contribute very much. Not getting in John Lundstrom from Sheffield United when he was still at low ownership may well hurt me for the remainder of the season. It's a bit like not having Mahrez or Vardy when Leicester won the title. And it looks as if Leicester are doing very well again, and Chilwell has immediately justified his transfer in with a clean sheet. In midfield, Yarmolenko only got 45 minutes playing time for the second time in 3 weeks. David Silva also only got one half and came off with a hamstring problem. Martial just got 2 points in yet another poor game by Man United. Thankfully, I got the captain choice right for a change with star player Mane, although he did leave it to very late in the game at Aston Villa to earn his assist, goal and maximum bonus points. His 12 points are doubled to 24. Up front, Abraham matched Mane's score of 12, and I can't see him leaving the squad for anything other than a long-term injury. Vardy continued his consistent scoring for the impressive Leicester team. Firmino blanked, and it's becoming clear that he's just one of those players whose brilliant performances on the football pitch don't translate into FPL points. Overall, the score of 57 was 4 above the average, largely thanks to Mane. Game week rank was about 2.9 million, and we got the tiniest of green arrows to maintain an overall rank of just over 2 million. Now onto the squad for game week 12. We've one free transfer and 1 million in the bank. David Silva is very unlikely to play against Liverpool, but will almost certainly be fine after the international break. I'll hold him as I think the transfer is more needed in defence. Firmino could be considered poor value for money, but as with Silva, priorities are at the back. Burnley are conceding lots of goals. At least Pope is getting regular save points. As I mentioned last week, I've got my Tarkowski-Peters bench choices all wrong so far. Burnley seem incapable of recapturing the defensive solidity they had in the season they qualified for the Europa League. Chelsea's Alonso didn't play, but I've decided that the player to go is Otamendi. Even though Man City have the joint most clean sheets with Sheffield United on 5, the most clean sheets any City defender is only 2. That tells you how rotation and injury is making it very difficult to argue for having a City defender. Even though it was clear his price was dropping, I didn't make an early transfer as there were midweek European games. Leicester have good fixtures and great form. Vardy and Chilwell have done really well since they joined my squad, and so Soyuncu is this week's transfer. The only downside is that I won't be able to bring in a Leicester midfielder. That may change later on. Over the next few weeks, I'd like to start replacing those Burnley players with Sheffield United ones, and I'll just have to keep my fingers crossed that there will still be some available at below 15% ownership. Right, so here's our team for game week 12. On form McGinn takes injured Silva's place in midfield. I've switched the captaincy to Vardy for his home game against Arsenal. I may regret taking it off Mane for their home game against Man City, especially now Ederson is out. What transfers are you making, and how's your team looking? Good luck for game week 12. Thanks for watching, and hope to see you next week. All the best!
FPL